catch by Jay Nathanielman. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch where he's gonna step. He's gonna go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
What is up, CFSL fans? Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida for the final game of the night. We had a rough one earlier with the conditions in Gainesville, but we are in Miami tonight for Miami and Clemson. And up in the booth with me, as always, is Dominic tonight. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Looks to be a good game tonight, and word on the street is both you and I have some ties to the new AD at Clemson, Logan Wetzel.
Yeah, we do. He, funny enough, him and I are from the same state. Actually, he just DM'd me the other day saying he is leaving the state. But as you see, Lisa Pink handed off to the running back Bo Yost for a gain of 1. I thought you said you had a little bit of a speech you wanted to say that you got something from someone.
Yeah, I do. I will wait until the punt team comes out if we happen to see it.
All right, Lisa Pink in the I formation, hands it off. She drops back, throws deep ball to. Oh, almost picked off by the Clemson secondary there. Third and 9 coming up.
So the lefty's got a bit of a cannon. Unfortunately, it looks like she just underthrew it just a hair. Good deflection.
To the top, to the bottom. Looks like they're setting up a halfback screen for Bo Yost, and they're going to be short by a yard.
All right, yeah, and to piggyback on that information that you threw earlier, Andrew. Yeah, so luckily I was able to run into the AD Logan Wetzel at the Marriott in the lobby last night. Asked for a little bit of any words, anything you wanted to put out there before the game. And really Wetzel just wanted to put it out there that really proud of their performance last week against Michigan State. Really thinking that they're starting to turn the corner, and really wanted to emphasize to keep an eye out for Cleveland Edison as an impact player on special teams. Had a punt returned last week for 99 yards to the crib.
Ooh, as we see Tavon Moss throw his first pass to Darnell Holmes, the fourth for a 4-yard reception. And someone I like to call out on this Clemson offense, look out for number 17, Rontavius Yankins, to be a big impact tonight. As we see Tavon Moss again under center, one to the top, one to the bottom. Throws to the halfback. Shrugs 1, shrugs 2. Robert Wetzel getting 9 and the first down. The freshman GT.
No, Wetzel got a little slippery there.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss takes a drop back. He throws it up. Gonna just sail that one out of bounds. We saw a lot of that in the Florida-Tennessee game. So hopefully with the calmer conditions, we'll see a lot more completions tonight. Tavon Moss drops back. He throws it over the middle. Caught Austin Oakes in a gain of 14. Brand new set of downs for Clemson.
It's an absolute good pickup there by Austin Oakes. Austin Oakes is one of the leaders on that team. 16 catches into the game with 203 yards on the season.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Robert Wetzel in the backfield for Tavon Moss. Tavon Moss takes the drop back, hands it off to Wetzel for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. He's Mormon with the tackle.
There was a whole gang of them, but it looks like Mormon's going to get the credit there for that tackle. Absolute way to rally to the ball.
2nd and 12 here for Clemson. Tavon Moss goes up to the line, to the top, 2 to the bottom, tight formation with Wetzel in the backfield. Looks to throw, does throw it over the middle to Darnell Holmes, the 4th, again for a gain of 6.
Well said. If you're Clemson, after the start of the season that you've had so far, you gotta like what you're seeing so far on this first drive. Let's see if they can pick up this 3rd and 6.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tavon Moss throws, feels the pressure from the corner blitz, and it got hit as he threw it. 4th and 6 coming up for Clemson. Looks like they're going to be taking their points.
Absolutely. Smart call here.
And the Fred Samuelson, the freshman kicker out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, puts it up and good. Clemson takes an early 3-0 lead.
Man, I gotta tell you, getting the early lead out here is not a bad start to the way. I think Wetzel probably took plenty of time to make sure that they got this offense looking right heading into the game. Now let's see if the defense can come back and if they can stymie that Miami offense again.
Yeah, now Miami does get the ball at the 20 to start this offensive possession for Lisa Pink, the junior quarterback out of Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see if she can continue to run this Miami offense productively. One to the top to the bottom. She drops back, throws it, caught over the middle to James O'Connor for a gain of 10. The sophomore out of Shawnee, Oklahoma with the reception.
O'Connor fought through that tackle sandwich and made sure that he picked up that first down and moved those chains.
Tight formation, I form, one to the top. Hands it off to Bo Yost, and Bo Yost is going to get 4 on that run.
I would really look to see a really strong game out of Bo Yost. Bo Yost is already 73 carries going into this game for 345 yards. I'd really like to see a lot of offense go through Bo Yost.
One to the top, one to the bottom. Yost in the backfield. Wide receiver on the bottom moves up. Looks like they're setting up a little pass down to Jalen Irvin for a gain of 5. 3rd and 1 coming up. This could be where the Clemson defense stands tall and forces Miami to punt yet again.
And at the same time, look to see Lisa hand it off to Yost here.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wide receiver, tight end in motion to the bottom of your screen. She drops back, looking to throws a short pass. Completed number 18, Ryan Campbell, for a gain of 4 and a first down.
It's an absolute beautiful heads-up play there by Campbell. Got in motion, sat there, waited for it, leaked out a little bit. Beautiful first down pickup.
I form, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink under center, hands it off to Bo Yost, and the Clemson defense swallows that up for a loss of 1. Jason Carter with the tackle.
Well, you got to imagine the Clemson defense is coming out here and they're swinging for the fences all night. Look to see if they can keep this pressure up all night.
2nd and 11 for this Miami offense. Tight formation. Lisa Pink under center. Tight end in motion to the top of your screen. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink throws. Pass caught. Zay Witherspoon gain of 2. 3rd and 9 coming up here for Miami.
Well, you got to think she wants to get that ball out a little bit sooner. You get that ball out a little bit sooner, you give enough time for Witherspoon to get upfield, absolutely could have been game-changing.
2 to the top, to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink drops back, throws it. Deep bomb. Caught, complete, and he's off to the races. Jalen Irvin, gain of 44, 1st and goal.
Looks to me like Lisa got her feet up underneath her. Little bit of a rocky start on that first drive, but she is absolutely out here just putting balls on frozen ropes. Hats off to her so far.
Yeah, now, like I said, we had a 1st and goal from the 6.5, 7-yard line. Looks like we're going to have tight trips to the bottom. One receiver in motion to the top of your screen here with Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink throws it through the back of the end zone. Didn't like what she sees. 2nd and goal.
Now, it looks to me like she was targeting the back of the security's head. Might be some animosity there, brewing. We'll have to check on that later.
Same formation. Bo Yost in the backfield. Tight end in motion, top of your screen. Lisa Pink, she drops back, looking to throw. Finally does. Pass. Incomplete. Led the receiver a little too far, but had to make sure that got out of the reach of the Clemson 3 that were there.
I hate that one.
2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Doesn't hand it off to Yost. Moves around. Pass. Thrown. Caught. Touchdown. Daniel Brown. Miami responds with a touchdown.
Said that's going to make it touchdown number 11 for Lisa Pink on the season. Absolutely electric. Heading into tonight's game, she was throwing 73.3% completion on the season. What an absolute answer back by Miami.
And Stalin Lightfoot, the junior kicker from Stillwater, Oklahoma, puts the PAT through, making it 7-3 Miami.
I'll tell you what, Andrew. I don't know if there's a better kicker I would trust with a name like Lightfoot.
Yeah. As we see here, Clemson gets to return it, getting it out past the 25, up to the 32-yard line. And there you go. There's your boy Cleveland Edison making a return.
Said I am absolutely keeping eyes on 26. Capable of busting one. Still got plenty of time.
Two to the top, one to the bot. Two to the top, no to the bottom. Fakes the handoff, throws. Pass caught. Complete to Darnell Holmes, the fourth. We've called his name quite a bit, the freshman 4-star.
Oh, Darnell's hands got to be stinging. That was an absolute laser of a throw right into those hands. Man, that's got to be stinging.
Yeah, the 4-star freshman tight end that's been his. We've called his name quite a lot as we see two to the top, one to the bottom. Tavon Moss throws it with pressure in his face, just gets it away.
Nope. Throw it away, live to see another play. Absolute heads-up play there.
Two to the top, one to the bottom. Robert Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss under center, throws it, caught, completed. Two Darnell Holmes again for a 3-yard reception. As we have a Twitch update for you guys.
Yeah, we'll get into that Twitch update right after this play. Look to see if you can get a tight end here in motion and get him out for a first.
Two to the top, one to the bottom. Wetzel out of the backfield, throws pass caught to Wetzel for a 4-yard reception, but they're going to be short.
Yeah, you know what I say. If you throw it short, you're normally going to get tackled short. Meanwhile, we've got a 7-yard touchdown pass to Daniel Blackman as Colorado goes up 10-3 on Texas A&M with 3:18 left in the first.
Another buddy of mine, the AD of Colorado, Skyballer. Always love to hear when his team is doing well. As we see the Miami Hurricanes offense led by Lisa Pink and Boyo step back out onto the field for their third possession. Lisa Pink has all the time to throw, finally does over the middle, pass caught. Daniel Brown, that could have ended up in the hands of the Clemson linebacker.
No, but unfortunately, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Good hands there, snagging it in, making sure it didn't go anywhere.
Tight trips to the bottom, one to the top. Yost in the backfield, pitches it to Yost, and is met in the backfield by the Clemson defensive line for a loss of 3. Levi Smallwood coming up from, I think, the linebacker position.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Sniff that out. They probably watched a lot of game film on that going into this week. Absolutely knew where to go and just executed a perfect open field tackle. 2nd and
13, two to the bottom, one to the top. Boyo gives it back to Bo Yost. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Rocky Fink making a great open field tackle this time.
Chad, I'd like to apologize for Andrew. He's just so excited to call these plays. He is just shivering with excitement up here.
Two to the bottom, two to the top. Tight end in motion to the bottom of your screen. Lisa Pink, she drops back. Looks to throw, does, but you're going to end up being short of the first down. Jalen Irvin gaining 9.
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if I said it once, I'll probably say it again. You throw it short, you're likely to be tackled short. You've got to get that ball past the sticks.
And this Clemson defense is showing up to play ball tonight. As we get a return here that might set Clemson up in good field position, Rontavius Yankins, a gain of 9. We have still yet to call his name for the Clemson offense.
No, I fully agree to Andrew. I would really like to see a couple of targets thrown Rontavius' way this next drive.
As we see Tavon Moss and the Clemson offense come up on the field. One to the top, one to the bottom. Quick throw, pass out of bounds. Just didn't give time for that play to develop.
No, the Hurricanes defense is just on it tonight.
Two to the top, two to the bottom, tight. Wetzel pitched it to Wetzel. Can they get some blockers out? Robert Wetzel, gain of 2, 3rd and 8 coming up for this Clemson offense.
Yeah, Han King was giving nothing on that. You facing a 3rd and long here. You've got to respond.
Stacked backfield, 2 to the left, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tavon Moss throws a halfback screen to Wetzel, a gain of 2, and they're going to be short. They're going to be punting again.
Well, like I said, when it comes to screens, 60% of the time, it works every time. Unfortunately, that was the 40% of the time.
As we see the punt here by Clemson, going to sail into the back of the end zone. Holy crap, that man has a leg.
That kick had just a little bit too much juice. You really would have liked to try to pin that offense down within the 5-yard line.
And here again, we see the Hurricanes coming out. Tight trips to the top, one to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink, she drops back. Got a corner blitz. Was picked up excellently by the Miami O-line, but still, just pass was dropped.
I mean, it looks like the ball was caught, but then jarred with a back shot over there.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield, fakes the handoff to Yost. Lisa Pink looks, throws, lofts it over the middle of the field to Nick Morrow in a gain of 26. What a ball.
You know, Andrew, normally I'm not really a big fan of just floating it out over the middle. Fortunately, Lisa Pink just has the accuracy and the touch to just put it right where it needs to be. Absolute beautiful ball, and what a bring down for a Hurricanes first down.
Yeah, Morrow's first reception this evening, the sophomore out of Cedar Hill, Texas. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tight end in motion, Bo Yost in the backfield. They hand it off to him. Bo Yost up the middle for a gain of 6. If you're going to run against this Clemson defense, you're going to have to do it right down their throat.
No, absolutely. And when you have a lineage name like Bo Yost, the Yost line just absolutely is just a stud family.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Lisa Pink looks to throw, has all the time dancing around, finally unloads. Deep ball, deflected by Theo Quirk. He could have had that picked off.
That's a 50-50 jump ball if I've ever seen one. I think Lisa is lucky to watch that get that pass batted down.
Theo Quirk, the freshman 4-star out of Athens, Tennessee. But here we go again on 3rd and 4. Lisa Pink throws it, caught, pass completed to Nick Morrow. First down and more, gain of 9 for this Miami offense. They are moving.
Like I said, Morrow's already starting to feel himself real early. 2 catches, 35 yards. May see the 100 mark in this game if it keeps up.
Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Have a blitz coming on. She moves around, finds an open man who burned the safety and then just gets absolutely leveled. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter with the score of 7-3. Guys, don't go anywhere. You're watching the CFSL and PX1 Sports presented by you on YouTube. Start of the second, 7-3 Miami lead. Miami moving the ball efficiently. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink out of the shotgun, looks, moves around, holds on for too long, gets sacked. Loss of 8. That is Kat Duke with her first sack of the night.
That's just a little... you know what? I'm actually going to tailor what I wanted to say, and I'm going to skip over to that's going to be the 7th sack on the year for Lisa Pink. Absolute good pocket presence. Just got to think to get that out a little bit faster or just throw it away.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield for 2nd and 18. Lisa Pink fakes the handoff and just throws that one away. Couldn't give the play any time to develop before just deciding to chuck it away. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield, setting up the halfback screen, and Bo Yost gets brought down in the backfield for a loss of 7. It's going to be 4th and 24 for Miami, as we're probably going to see them bring out the kicker.
Said absolute hats off to the Clemson defense there. They are swarming to the ball. They are angsty. They are fighting, and no, bringing out the punt team.
Got to attempt to pin Clemson deep in their own territory if they can, and it looks like that's going to sail into the back of the end zone, so we will see Clemson get the ball on their own 20-yard line.
Well, you know, Andrew, if you take a quick look at Chad, looks like our AD Logan Wetzel is absolutely loving what he's seeing by that Clemson defense.
Yes, he is. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom of your screen. Delays the handoff to Robert Wetzel for a gain of 7.
So, for 3 rushes for only 7 yards, that's a little bit of a head scratcher. I really think that Wetzel's going to want to get involved in this a little bit more. We're going to have to keep an eye on that one.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss fakes the handoff, throws the pass over the middle, caught to Bryce Cousins for a 10-yard reception.
So what
his first of the night. As
what
we
a
have another
dot
Twitch
there
update.
over the middle by Tavon. And yeah, we will have that update right after this play.
1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Tavon Moss changing the play, hands it to Wetzel. Wetzel gets met at the line, but only gets 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Wetzel there with the 2-yard run. But meanwhile, over on the Twitch, we have a 2-yard touchdown run for Taylor James as Colorado goes up 17-10 with 7:53 in the second.
Empty set for Moss. Moss under center, throws it immediately for a wide receiver screen, and that was read perfectly by Miami. Paul Gavin with a loss of 1.
I don't know if I agree with the bubble screen there on 2nd and long. Because now you're facing 3rd and long, and there's not really a lot of plays you have just in your pocket for third and distance.
And as you see here, when 3rd down is not the money down for Clemson tonight, they're 0 for 3 as Tavon Moss takes the snap and throws it. Pass caught, complete, and that's my boy right there, Rontavius Jenkins, for a gain of 24 and the 1st down.
As I said, we absolutely said we wanted to see some passes Rontavius' way. Tavon had his eyes upfield, absolutely found him as he blew by there, and just what an absolute toss and throw. Threw it right over the walk-on defender.
Yeah, and that first defender that tried to stop Jenkins wasn't quite strong enough because Jenkins is 6'3", 215. As we see, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Fake the handoff to Wetzel, throw it over the middle, pass caught to Dante De La Vega for 9 yards and his first reception of the night.
You know what, Andrew, and I'd actually like to take a quick apology. I definitely said threw it over a walk-on. That was actually Alex Stone. My apologies.
Stacked line. Fake the handoff to Wetzel. Throw it to Wetzel for a loss of 1. 3rd and 1 coming up as we have another Twitch update for you.
Yeah, we will get onto that as soon as possible. But you got to think here, with it being 3rd and 1, you're right at the cusp of field goal range. Do you put it down? Do you try to fight for it? Do you try to put it in the air? There's a lot of questions here, Andrew. Looks
like we're going to be running, Clemson's going to be running an empty set with Tavon Moss under center, quickly trying to throw a quick slant over the middle to Austin Oaks for the 1st down, gain of 6.
I love the execution of a good slant right on short.
And here we go. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Wetzel in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Pass incomplete if you want to get that Twitch update real quick.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. We have a 12-yard touchdown run for Taylor James, his 2nd, as Colorado extends the lead 24-10, 7:19 in the 2nd.
Stacked line to the bottom of your screen. Tavon Moss looks to throw and just throws it away. Probably best there to throw it away.
I don't know. I disagree. Arnold Dowell was sitting there just wide open. Could have absolutely gotten a couple yards there. I don't like that throwaway.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss looks to throw, caught over the middle, touchdown Bryce Cousins on a 23-yard strike.
D-O-T dot. What a beautiful throw there by Tavon, finding Bryce Cousins wide open over the middle, and Clemson showing that they've got the fight for this game.
And that is Cousins' first reception. Looks like it's going to be his first touchdown reception of his career, so congratulations to him, the 3-star freshman. As we get ready to see Clemson kick it off and Miami's offense come back out, how do you want to see Miami? Do you want to see Miami maybe shift their game plan a little bit, because Clemson seems to be able to stop them at will now?
I mean, when it comes down to this point, when you start realizing that the defense has your number, you've got to keep them on their toes. Go ahead, mix it up a little bit. Hit them with the razzle-dazzle with some runs. Let the run open up some play action. So you've got to be able to find momentum to get down the field.
Lisa Pink under center. You have 1 to the bottom, 1 to the top, and Bo Yost in the backfield. Receiver on the bottom comes in motion. Lisa Pink throws. She has an open man. Caught over the middle. Zay Witherspoon for a gain of 13, as we have yet another Twitch update for you.
Yeah, we got a 61-yard touchdown pass to Buck Stackhouse for A&M to claw back 24-17. Colorado's leading with 6:19 in the 2nd.
And over here, 5:42. Clemson leads this one 10-7. Stack close formation here. Lisa Pink takes a 2-step drop and throws it. Shrugs one man off. Brian Campbell, gain of 16.
Now, she absolutely took a shot there. She released it, but still had enough wherewithal to get that ball complete there for the 1st down. Absolutely gutsy throw. But Ryan Campbell, the big tight end, just absolutely eating that up.
Yeah, as we see Lisa Pink come back to gonna be taking it from the shotgun, 3 to the top, and Bo Yost in the backfield fakes the handoff to Yost, looks to throw pass complete, caught. Daniel Brown gain of 5.
I said we were asking, you know, does Miami have what it takes to answer back this drive? Miami's hitting them with a little bit of dink and dunk, and it's keeping the Clemson defense on their toes.
Tight formation, Bo Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink under center takes a 2-step drop, just throws it away.
Gotta think that ball came out a little bit early. If you might have could have moved around the pocket just a little bit to try to get that completion right there.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink takes it from the shotgun, sets up the halfback screen. The main defender who could have stopped Yost fell down, but still, Clemson swallowed that up short of the first down, and Miami's forced to punt yet again.
I don't know if I agree with this punt there.
And it looks like that's going to sail into the back of the end zone. So Tavon Moss and the Clemson Tigers get the ball on the 20. As you see here, Yankins only 1 reception for 24 yards so far.
No, I mean it might look like not really a lot of targets, but that target counted when it mattered. And the Clemson offense is kind of gelling right now. They're spreading the ball around and they're showing love.
High formation for Clemson here on first down. Hands it to Wetzel. Wetzel bounce us off the tackle, but manage it. Man, only loses 3. That could have been a loss of more.
No, absolutely. That could have been nasty. But the defense just swarmed up. Absolutely, you know, didn't get the first tackle, but they swarmed to it and they stopped every bit of that.
2nd and 13 here for Tavon Moss and the Clemson offense. 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Wetzel in the backfield. He throws, lofts it up. Knocked away by Alex Stone. That could have been problems.
No, that was an absolute scary throw. That was thrown into double, triple coverage there, Andrew?
Definitely double, if not triple. 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Tight end in motion to the top of your screen. Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss drops back, looks to throw, throws a deep bomb to Ron Tavius Yankins for another huge gain.
Well, you were thinking that Rontavius wasn't getting enough, but 2 receptions for 62 yards. You know that if you're Logan Wetzel in chat, you know you're loving what you're seeing by your team right now.
Yeah, as we have another Twitch update, I don't know if you want to get that real quick.
Yeah, I can get that in real quick. We've got a 16-yard touchdown pass to Bruno Bones for Colorado to go back up 31-17 with 4:55 left in the second.
And over here, we have 4 minutes left in the second. Trips to the top, 1 on the bottom for Clemson as they are on the move, up 10-7 as we see Tavon Moss drop it back and just throw it away.
I think Tavon might have heard footsteps behind him. Just absolutely dished it out with no hesitation.
1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Off stack eye. Fakes the handoff to Wetzel. Looks, throws, still looking. Finally throws it again. And this one hits the receiver and the defender in the hands, then drops to the turf.
I think both the defender and the receiver there are both looking at their hands going, what happened to my hands?
Stacked backfield to the bottom, 1 to the top. Halfback screen set up for Clemson, but it's not going to go anywhere. Robert Wetzel with a loss of 3, and Clemson goes 3 and out.
No, well, not necessarily a 3 and out. You did have that long ball to Ron Tavius, but unfortunately, you got about halfway down the field and just absolutely stalled. Miami defense sniffed it out. Clemson's gonna want a little bit more moving forward.
Exactly, as we see the punting unit for Clemson come onto the field. Getting ready to boot this one to Miami. What do you expect from Miami on this drive after they've had so many drives that have just stalled out?
Well, both defenses right now are really kind of locking up. So Lisa is making smart throws and smart reads, a little bit questionable. Honestly, let's get the ball to Yost and see if Yost can break one free.
Pink under center, hands it off to Yost and met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Only a gain of 2.
Hey, it's not much, hey, but it's forward momentum. Forward momentum makes the game.
3 to the top, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Halfback in the backfield for Pink on a shotgun snap, throws it. hits her man, and that's going to be Zay Witherspoon. Like I said, I always say this, the corner route is one of the hardest routes to cover.
No, but it's one of the most beautiful catches when executed just precisely.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost come out and out of the backfield. Lisa Pink throws it, and that could have been trouble, but it's caught by her man, Ryan Campbell, for a gain of 16.
See, well, I agree, Andrew, that could have been a little dicey. So with Lisa's accuracy this season, I think she knew exactly where it needed to be, placed that ball just right. Absolute just dime of a ball to get that first down.
And Miami's starting to get a little bit of momentum, being able to move the ball. They are spot on the 50. You never really see that. But we got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield. Lisa takes it, throws it immediately into a screen where Zay Witherspoon gets a gain of 3, but had no blockers out there.
No, but I like the aggressiveness of that. Your ball dead in the middle of no man's land. Go ahead and be a little aggressive. Throw a little quick screen into the mix. I like the call.
2 to the top, 1 on the bottom. Lisa Pink under shotgun. Hands it off to Yost. Yost finds a hole, hits the hole, gain of 9. And Miami gets a new set of downs.
No, that's absolutely what I wanted to see out of Miami. They're absolutely answering the call. They're moving the ball. They're getting their good throws. Yost is starting to warm up a little bit. Let's just see if we can finally get some forward momentum here and not stall out.
2 to the top, 1 on the bottom. Yost, delayed handoff to Yost. Yost up the middle. This is what you need to do to Clemson. Gets a gain of 7. Like I said, Clemson running it up the middle. That's what helps. Miami's doing the same thing.
No, as long as you let Yost feed and just keep pounding that ball, look to see them open up the play action here.
2 to the top, 1 on the bottom. Lisa under center. 5-step drop, looks to throw. She does pass. Caught along the sideline. Jalen Irvin, that's good on Sundays.
No, absolutely. That was 10 toes down. Beautiful spot placement there. As I said, Lisa's already throwing 75% completion on the night. Absolute beautiful IQ of execution of ball placement.
And now we have Miami in the red zone, moving quick. I formation, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Lisa under center, hands it to Yost, and he runs into his own man for a loss of 1. Miami calls their first timeout.
No, luckily we didn't have a repeat of the butt fumble 13 years later, but you gotta hate that.
Another I formation run here, hands it off to Yost, and Clemson swarms on that one, minus a negative 2-yard run. Rocky Fink coming up from the safety position to stop that.
See, that's what I'm liking about both these defenses. As soon as the ball starts getting about halfway, the defenses just clamp and lock down.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Lisa Pink in the shotgun, takes the snap. 5-step drop, throws the halfback screen, and this time it's open. Yost gets 8, but still short of the first down. 4th and 4.
You know, normally I don't like the call of the screen on 3rd and Colorado.
As we see the kicker for Miami come out here and put it in, and it is good. Stalin Lightfoot hits another one. And we have a tie game with a minute and just under a minute and a half before the halftime.
Now, but Andrew, here's the big question. Clemson's got the ball. They've got about just under 90 seconds. Ball going to be placed at the 20. What do you expect to see out of the Clemson offense here? You think they're going to play conservative, or you think they're going to try to go push the field?
If I'm Clemson, I take the methodical approach and score before half, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they get the ball to start the third quarter. So try to go for a 2-for-1 here. 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top, stacked backfield for Tavon Moss. He looks, throws, pass caught over the middle. Rontavious Jenkins, his 3rd reception of the night, 3 of 73 for him. He's having a big game already.
I was like, Austin, I'm pretty sure. Andrew. Ooh. Man, I'm getting my own commentary booth names incorrect.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tavon Moss delayed handoff to Robert Wetzel. That's exactly what they want to do. 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Clemson calls their first time out of the half. 2 to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom. Wetzel out of the backfield. Moss looks, throws, has all time, throws it to Wetzel. 3rd and inches. And the clock is running. Clemson tries to get to the line as quick as possible for this 3rd and inches. Moss looks to throw, pass, caught over the middle of Wetzel into Miami territory. First down, 11-yard reception. Clemson calls their second timeout.
So Wetzel is absolutely a Swiss Army knife coming out of that backfield.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Halfback in the backfield. Moss looks, throws, finally does, pass, deflected. 2nd and 10, stops the clock. Lets Clemson maybe catch a breather here.
Oh, you're lucky to get that pass back there.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Wetzel in the backfield. Wetzel picks up a block. Moss takes off running to the 30 before he gets dragged down at the 25. An 18-yard rush. Clemson running the hurry up. Moss looks to throw. Pass thrown. Goes to the end zone. Overthrows his man. 2nd down. But we have a Twitch update for you.
Yeah, we got a 16-yard touchdown run by Taylor James. His 3rd on the evening. Colorado goes up 38-17 with 55 seconds left in the half.
2 to the bottom, 1 to the top of your screen. Wetzel came out of the backfield. Corner route. Caught by Darnell Holmes along the sideline. 1st and goal. 26 seconds left, and Clemson could potentially take a 7-point lead into half.
I cannot believe the feet got in bounds on that. That's absolutely great feet awareness and knowing where you're at on the field.
Ball at the 10 for Clemson. Tight trips to the bottom, 1 to the top. Wetzel in the backfield. Pitch to Wetzel. Read it well by the Miami defense. Wetzel gets brought down the backfield, loss of 5. Clock is ticking, 15 seconds, but on this play, tight end in motion to the top of your screen. Moss looks to throw. Under pressure, fumble, ball's out. Miami recovers it. With 7 seconds remaining in the half, they're probably just going to take the knee and go into halftime.
No, unfortunately, you could not afford to have that turnover there for Clemson. What a heartbreaking way to end the half.
And number 89 with the strip sack, that is Ollie Derrick, the 245-pound junior 5-star to Casper, Wyoming, with the strip sack. And now we get to see the final play from Miami before we go into half. Probably just going to be a handoff to Yost to end the first half. As we have Yost cutting it up to the outside, gets a gain of 10 and more. Yost makes it a gain of 27, and that will end the halftime. Tied game here in Miami, 10-10 at the half. Dominic, what do you want to see from both teams at the start of the third?
Well, I'll tell you what I want to see, but a little bit of takeaways from the first half here. If you're Clemson, you've got to love where you're at right now. You're on the road against a top-ranked team. You're taking them down to the wire here. Excellent plays. Unfortunately, that turnover was really sloppy there to end it. But if you're Miami's got to be getting a little bit worried here. I think moving into the second half of the game, we'll really look to see Lisa keeping up the excellent throws there, getting Yost involved. Would like to see Jalen Irvin, Nick Morrow, maybe Ryan Campbell getting involved there on the offense. And also, if you're Clemson, Wetzel is doing really well. Coming into the game, he was 13 receptions for 54 yards. He's a Swiss Army knife there in the backfield. Really want to see Wetzel getting more targets out there, but also Dante De La Vega, Paul Gavin, maybe even Bryce Cousins as well.
As you see here, everything in Clemson's favor except the turnover. The turnovers, but Clemson has one, Miami's none. So everything right now in Miami's favor.
Now, this is absolutely a beautiful nightcap game to end off our week here on YouTube.
And as we get ready to start of the third quarter, I was correct. Clemson does get the ball to start the third. We'll have to see if Tavon Moss and this offense can put a good drive together as we get it out to about the 31 yard line. Cleveland Edison, a 26-yard return. Here we go. First possession of the third quarter for Clemson. Tight formation, wide receiver at the bottom of your screen in motion. Moss looks to throw, finds an open man, caught along the sideline. Darnell Holmes with his 6th reception of the evening.
So if you're Miami, you absolutely need to get more pressure in there. And I would look to getting some pressure from the big man from Choctaw High School in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Mike Weaver.
High formation here, 1 to the top. Hands it off to Wetzel, and Wetzel looks like he cannot go anywhere, but only a gain of 1.
No, so these defenses are both just they're hitting, they're making stops. It's really gonna be who wants to score more.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Moss hands it off to Wetzel, and Wetzel loses that yard he gained on second down. 3rd and 10 now. Chip York with the tackle for loss.
That's three tackles on the night, and one tackle for loss in that mix by him. Said absolute hats off.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Moss under center, takes the snap, 3-step drop, rolls, throws off his back foot. Han King, closest Miami player, so they're going to give him the tackle, and Clemson goes 3 and out on their first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was an horrible throw there by Tavon Moss. Completely off the back foot, spun around on that. You got to really think that you're lucky that ball didn't get picked off, and it was nowhere near anybody.
Jalen Irvin took that at the 10, got it up to the 21 before getting absolutely smoked by the Clemson special teams unit. So here we go. We see Lisa Pink in her first possession of this third quarter. 3 to the top. Lisa Pink looks to throw, has all the time, does throw it, pass caught and complete to Ryan Campbell for a gain of 8.
Andrew, I hate to bring it up again, but it's now the second time you're being called out. Wetzel noticed that you called that another 3 and out.
Huh. Guess I am being called out tonight. Lisa Pink looks to move around and finds an open man. Usually your quarterbacks are told not to throw across body, but if you're someone like Lisa Pink, who you said completes 70% of her passes, I guess she can get away with it.
No, absolutely. When you've got the accuracy like that, you just kind of sit back.
Hands off to Yost for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a head scratching. 13 rushes for 51 yards. I want to see more out of Yost, but it's a little bit of a catch-22.
Yeah, Lisa Pink under center has the tight end in motion, or under shotgun. Quick screen out to the wide receiver who fumbles it, and Clemson recovers.
Oh, Theo Quirk absolutely laid the lumber on that shot, forcing that ball out. Witherspoon's going to be feeling that tomorrow. Maybe look to see Witherspoon hitting the cryotherapy chamber after the game.
And Witherspoon's probably also going to be hearing it from his team on the sideline. As Clemson now gets the ball in excellent field position here. Tavon Moss under center with Robert Wetzel in the backfield, hands it off to him. And that Miami defense just keeps getting in the backfield. They are setting up real estate in this backfield.
One half of the Bubba duo, Bubba Wadsworth, is just absolutely not having any of that.
Like I said, it seems like Miami's just setting up real estate in the backfield as we have a 2nd and 11 here, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel in the backfield, delays the handoff, and Wetzel actually manages to get 2 yards, 3rd and 9.
No, but unfortunately, we're faced with another position that Clemson's not liking. It's 3rd and distance. Let's see if Clemson can dial up a little bit of an answer here on 3rd and 9.
2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Moss in the shotgun, passes, throws, caught. Gonna end up being short here. Paul Gavin on a gain of 7, and something else that caught my interest. It's kind of a head scratcher. Is Wetzel's 11 rushes for, I think it's at like 0.7 yards. So both running teams aren't having good nights as the field goals miss.
You know what? They've tried to punt from that distance, and the ball's just always been placed back at the 25, so you're really only getting like 10, 15-yard punts. You might as well risk it for the biscuit there. I like the call. Unfortunately, the ball just wasn't there.
Miami gets the ball at the 35, hands it off to Yost. Yost has the outside. Yost has room, and he's turning on the Jets for a gain of 30.
Yost absolutely took that 30 yards down the field, but absolutely took a chilling shot at the end as he was trying to get out of bounds.
That is definitely Yost's biggest rush of the night, as we've seen him get like a 25-yard one right before the end of the half. So we see 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield, Lisa Pink under center. Takes the snap, two-step drop, throws, pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for this Miami Hurricanes offense.
That's the second time I've had to mention that. I don't like having those just lob throws, but Lisa Pink just has the accuracy to make it work.
Two to the top, one on the bottom. Yost in the backfield, delayed handoff. Yost looking for a way to run, finds a hole and carries a Clemson defender with him for a gain of 7.
No, absolutely had no problem taking Cleveland Edison on a ride for 7 there.
Miami 4 of 9 on 3rd down. We've got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield, tight end in motion. Lisa under center. Hands it off to Yost, follows the blocker, sees the hole, and carries another number 47 for Clemson with him for 18. Yost over 100 yards.
Yost is just taking bodies on a joyride. No ticket needed. Just fighting and churning and earning every yard possible.
Now we see 2 to tight trips to the bottom, 1 to the top. Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink drops back, looks to throw. She has some time, and just the coverage downfield must have been too good by Clemson. Decides to throw that one away.
Nope, I absolutely like that. I always like to say, live to see another play. Just throw it away. Don't try to push that ball.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield, tight wide receiver in motion. Yost up the middle. Gonna get 6, 3rd and 4, and then just takes an absolute lick from that number 47 on Clemson's defense.
Yeah, no, that would be Ramon Rodriguez there on the tackle.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 3rd and 4. Lisa Pink delays the handoff to Yost up the mid, or Donovan Walls, excuse me, and he gets in for his touchdown of the night.
No, Donovan stole the spoils of that drive and makes that touchdown number 2 on the season for Donovan Walls.
Miami leads early in the 3rd quarter, 17-10. What do you want to see from Clemson on their next offensive possession?
Well, unfortunately, Clemson's got to see some longevity here. They're getting deep into Miami territory. They're just not able to convert when they need it the most. I really need to see a little bit more of a play come out of Tavon Moss as he leads them out for this drive.
Cleveland Edison with a return of 22 yards. As you see here, Miami has only given up 242 yards of total offense to Clemson, and they got a sack as well. So we'll have to see what Clemson has in store here as we see 2 to the bottom, 2 tight ends on set, and in the backfield is Robert Wetzel, tight end in motion. Moss has all the time doing his taxes and all his teammates' taxes. Finally airs one out over the middle, caught downfield. That is Ron Yankins with his 4th reception, and he's over 100 yards tonight.
No, when you're averaging almost 27 yards a catch there, you're absolutely doing something right. And like you said, Tavon had time to file taxes. He ordered some Grubhub. He may have been in there, like, checking out, the new shoes dropping on Saturday. Had nothing but time.
2 tight ends set. Wide receiver at the bottom of your screen in motion. Tavon Moss 5-step drop. Finally takes off and runs, but he loses 2 yards. Dan Hansen with a TFL and a sack.
No, unfortunately, that's going to be the weak point there for Tavon Moss. Coming into it, Tavon was 12 carries for negative 42 yards. Not really known to be a runner on the ground here.
As we see tight trips to the top. Wetzel in the backfield. Tavon Moss looks to throw pass over the middle and then takes a lick. Austin Oaks, lucky to hold on to that one.
No, but those hands came in absolutely massive. Got a free tattoo for the trouble. But now let's see if Clemson can shake their demon and pick up the first down here deep in Miami territory.
Yeah, as we see here, Clemson 5 of 11 on 3rd down. You see 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, and they hand it off to Robert Wetzel, but he's not going to go anywhere. A loss of 4, and Clemson is going to be up to see what Clemson does. But like I said, Wetzel just not having a good night on the ground.
No, it looks like they're going for it. Hold on, let's see how this plays and see if being aggressive pays off.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Tavon Moss 2-step drop, throws it deep, pass nearly picked. Alex Stone with the deflection.
That's the second deflection for Stone on the night. And I'm not understanding what's going wrong here. Clemson has shown all night they can move the ball down the field. As soon as that field gets shortened for him, it just all seems to fall apart.
And unfortunately, Yankins didn't go up for that one because I feel if he did, Yankins might have had a chance to come down with that. But we have 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hands it off to Bo Yost. And Yost just... that Clemson D-line parted like the Red Sea.
No, Yost out here just delivering wings like it's Bojangles. It's Bo time for sure in the second half.
First down at the Miami 49-yard line. I formation, 2 receivers to your top of your screen. Fakes the handoff to Yost. Lisa Pink, she has all the time in the world here. Throws, finds an open man, caught down the sideline, goes Zay Witherspoon for a gain of 22.
Said, just one thing that I'm liking, both offensive lines are really kind of showing up here, given ample time for the quarterbacks to scan, look downfield, find the open man, and extend the plays. Love to see the big boys fighting there in the trenches.
As we see 2 tight ends on the set with a receiver to the top and bottom. Yost in the backfield. Right receiver at the bottom, moves up. Pass thrown, caught by that receiver. It's going to be Jalen Irvin and a gain of 11.
So Jalen Irvin's having a quiet night, but also doing some damage. 6 receptions for 95 yards.
As we see I formation here for Miami. Yost, the back in the middle, in the backfield. Receiver to the top and bottom. Hands it off. And Yost gets swallowed whole in the backfield for a loss of 2 by Rocky Fink.
No, unfortunately, I feel like I've been a little bit too harsh about Clemson not really being able to convert when they need it the most deep in enemy territory. Miami's also having that issue as well. These defenses are just really locking down here.
I form again with 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. And they hand it off. They let Bo Yost get the right side of the field, and he has a gain of 13 and first and goal for Miami.
No, but if Yost keeps running that to the outside, that's 6 points on the board right there. I'm not sure about cutting that back inside. There was nothing but opportunity out there.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield for Lisa Pink. Wide receiver in motion to the top of your screen. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Delayed handoff to Yost. Yost goes up the middle for a gain of 4. Second and goal here for Miami.
So
and 21 of 139 for Yost. He has came alive in this second half.
So it's absolutely Bo time for that offense right now.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Bo Yost on Pink's left hip. Hands it off. Yost, clear as day, hits the whole 4-yard touchdown run as Miami extends their lead. Pending the PAT, it'll be a 2-score game.
So that offensive line just absolutely just parted the seas. Yost could have been sitting there hopping and skipping all the way to the end zone. But if you're Clemson, you're only down 2 possessions, and you still have a whole quarter and a little bit left in the third, so you don't need to go fully into panic mode yet. You've shown the flashes that you can move this ball. You have ample time. You just need to calm down, execute, and go respond here with points. You need it now.
Clemson now gets the ball and returner Theo Quick gets a return of 19 before taking a huge hit from the Miami Hurricanes special teams unit. Court, not bad.
No, absolutely. What a hit there.
Empty set. Moss under center, takes a 3-step drop, looks, passes, pass caught by Yankins, and that's going to be a gain of 10 and a first down. I think that was a friendly spot there.
You know, we're up here. It's quite some ways down there. They're singing a little bit closer than we are.
Moss under center on an empty set again. Quick throw. Didn't even give that play time to develop at all.
Unfortunately, yeah, we're seeing GGs in chat. There's still plenty of time here. It's a little bit too early to be calling GGs.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Robert Wetzel gets the handoff and hits a hole. Miami struggling even to bring him down there. 7-yard gain, 13 of 11 for Wetzel.
That's honestly just a really scratching thing that Wetzel just cannot seem to get it firing on all cylinders.
2 tight end set. 1 tight end motions to the bottom of your screen. Moss under center. Blitz coming. Moss, all the time in the world to throw. Finds a tight end deep downfield, and he's going along the sideline. Darnell Holmes for a gain of 36, and Clemson all of a sudden now within the red zone.
Said familiar territory. They've been here before. They've got a 3-man litany of tight ends at their disposal. They've got plenty of big bodies that they can get the ball to. Now it's gonna be showtime. Can you get points on the board?
Yeah, if you're Clemson, you can't go another drive without scoring. 2 to the top, 2 to the I formation, 2 to the top. Wetzel in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, throws it immediately. What a dot by Moss to Bryce Cousins into some very tight coverage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I couldn't really see who got that tackle there, but the Hurricane defense is moving to the ball.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel hits a hole, finds the first down and more. 6-yard gain for first and goal from the 5 for this Clemson offense.
You know, I'll tell you what, Wetzel's stats aren't flashy tonight, but converting when it's needed the most.
Stacked backfield, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Fakes the handoff and just throws it to the back, through the back of the end zone. He had 2 men open, and that's going to end the third quarter. Your score here, Miami 24, Clemson 10. Don't go anywhere. We could have a exciting game here for the rest of the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. Start of the fourth quarter. Andrew Anderson and Dominic Barfield bringing you the conclusion of Clemson, Miami. Clemson knocking on the door of Miami's end zone. Delayed handoff to Wetzel. Wetzel gets a gain of 4 to the 2-yard line. This Clemson is just knocking on the door, but Miami is not answering.
No, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they hand it off here in I formation to Wetzel one more time.
I formation handoff to Wetzel. Wetzel bounce, or no, that's not. That's the back. That's the walk on Caleb Moore, and he gets a touchdown. And all of a sudden, Clemson is within 1 score.
Man, there seems to be a theme about the backups coming in and stealing all the success here. You know, hey, but more importantly, Clemson finally shook that curse off. They got points on the board. We're back to a 1-possession game. Let's see if the defense can come out here and get one more stop, or is Miami just simply too much on bow time and just not going to be able to be stopped? I guess we'll have to keep watching.
As we have a Twitch update coming in for you while we have this kickoff. But anyway, good, decent return here by Jalen Irvin on a return of 21. Going to be set up around the 29-30-yard line for Miami. If you want to hit that update real quick.
Now, we'll go ahead and let the play right out. I got it after this play. All
right. Lisa Pink under center, has Yost in the backfield. Yost really has been coming alive in that Yost really came alive in that third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you who's really coming alive. We have an 8-yard touchdown run for Taylor James, his 4th, making a push for Offensive Player of the Week. Colorado going up 48-20, 8:45 in the 4th. 2
to the bottom, 1 to the top. Bo Yost out of the backfield. Pink has all the time in the world, throws and just throws it away.
I don't know, Andrew. I'm starting to see that Clemson D really come alive. We're gonna need to see here if Lisa can shake it off and find the sticks for a first down.
3 to the bottom, 1 to your top. Yost out of the backfield on a halfback screen. It's successful. It's going to be a gain of 13. And quickly, Heath Mormon says there needs to be 2 touchdown scores for the over to hit.
No, but looks like Lisa Pink's on fire. So is Bo. How about a little Lisa to Bo connection?
Takes the handoff, throws, pass caught. Nick Morrow gets a rough 10 yards. His 3rd reception, 45 yards tonight.
No, absolutely. It earned every bit of that through every hit there.
2 to the bottom, tight end to the bottom. Tight end moves to the top. Bo Yost in the backfield with Lisa Pink. Lisa Pink drops back, looks to throw. She throws, hits Yost for a gain of 2.
Listen, Lisa's 317 yards passing on the night. Absolutely not bad stats you want to see coming into the 4th.
Oh, okay, I see. So we need 37 points for the over to hit. Miami was favored by 20.5 points. And there would have been the big play that Clemson needed. Tucker McGuire wishes he could have that one back.
Nah, Tucker was making a business decision and just swatting it down. I'm okay with that.
2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Yost in the backfield. Tight end moving to the bottom of your screen here. Lisa under center, looks, throws, pass. Caught along the sideline. Nick Morrow, gain of 15.
Yeah,
4 of 60.
No, maybe unfortunately that deflection was a bad business decision as Miami converts another long first down pickup.
Two to the top, one to the bottom, stacked backfield. Gonna be an incomplete pass. That Clemson defense is just knocking the ball loose.
That defense is on fire. They already feel like Miami's in field goal range. They're trying to do everything to try to knock them back, stop points.
Tight trips to the bottom. Lisa Pink takes a step back, looks, tries to throw shakes, one sack. What in gain of 2 yards by Zay Witherspoon? What a ball!
It was just an absolute busted play. I don't know if I really encourage throwing the ball back across the field like that. Really could have been dangerous, but hey, it's keeping them right at the Frisco field goal range right now. Let's just see how they play this 3rd and 8.
Yeah, exactly. 3rd and 8 coming up for Miami. Taking their time getting to the line. 3 to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if Yost got it here. Halfback screen, 2. Bo Yost. He shoves one defender off, but he gets knocked out a yard short. Gonna be 4th and 1, and Miami's gonna take the field goal.
Yep, look to just put it up by 2 possessions.
As you see here, look at the total yards, 483 for Miami. And the field goal is up and good. So now Miami leads by 10 with 6:19 left as we see Clemson getting ready to get the ball.
Yeah, and while we're waiting for Clemson to get the ball, we have a 10-yard touchdown pass to Eli Riggins for TAMU to cut into the Colorado lead, 48-27 with 6:04 left. Now, Andrew, I don't want to say that, hey, time's not your friend. You still have plenty of time left in this quarter, but now being down by 2 possessions, you got to feel just a slight bit of urgency from Moss and Co. to come out here and get some points.
Yeah, exactly. And also on top of that, if your defense can get a stop, say if you're like 2 minutes left in the game, you do have 3 timeouts. And that last scoring drive for Clemson, it only took them 1 minute and 59 seconds to get down the field. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel in the backfield for Tavon Moss. Tavon Moss drops back, 3-step drop, throws it past Austin Oaks, 3-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Nope, that's four catches for 32 yards in the night. Absolute heads up, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, keeping as much clock on your side as you possibly can.
1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. 2 tight end set, hands it to Wetzel. Wetzel gets a gain of 4. 3rd and 4 coming up for this Clemson offense.
Now, if you're Clemson, the very last thing you can have going on here is a 3 and out. You've got to find a way to convert and pick up this first down.
Empty set, Tavon Moss under center. Tight end in motion to the top of your screen. Moss airs one out deep. Intercepted by Miami, and this is going to be a good return.
That is the 2nd turnover on the night for Tavon Moss. Starting to get a little bit worried here that time is not going to be your friend. Looks like Miami is now going to be up 2 possessions, just a little bit over 5.5 left. Look to see if they just keep it on the ground and just let Yost feast.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see here as we see 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Yost in the backfield with Lisa Pink. Lisa Pink drops back, looks to throw, finds Yost. Oh! Just led Yost a little too far.
No, just had a little bit too much dip on the chip on that pass there.
2 to the bottom. I formation for Miami. Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink drops back, throws, pass caught over the middle by Zay Witherspoon for a gain of 8. 3rd and 2 coming up here for Miami.
Now, Witherspoon turned into the Tasmanian Devil, just spinning and spinning, trying to get as close to that first down as possible. Makes it now a 3rd and short.
Tight trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield. Lisa Pink under center, drops back. She looks to throw. She throws it, pass caught, complete to Daniel Brown for a 5-yard reception and another 3rd down conversion.
So this Clemson defense is fighting for it, trying to stay in for it, but now being right back in field goal range might be out of time.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hands it off to Yost, and Yost is met immediately at the line, but manages to get 3.
No, it just said, like I said, Clemson defense is just trying to do everything to try to stay in this fight here. Hats off to this defense tonight.
2 to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom. Yost in the backfield, Lisa Pink under shotgun, fakes the handoff, and she takes off. Negative 1 yard rush for Lisa Pink, and Rocky Fink has been having himself a night. 4 tackles for loss.
Well, unfortunately, just like Tavon Moss, Lisa Pink's weak game is going to be the run game. 15 carries on the season for negative 33 yards. And now make that negative 34.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Yost in the backfield. Sets up the halfback screen. And that defensive tackle for Clemson. Give him props as he stops Yost in the backfield for a loss of 2.
No, Big Boy sniffed that out like a Thanksgiving dinner plate. Absolutely just got there. Meanwhile, we have a 7-yard touchdown pass to Bo Bailey for Colorado as they lead 55-27. 3:54 remaining in the fourth.
As Miami the kick is up, and the kick is good. Miami extends their lead 30-17. Just over 4 minutes left in the game. That was Kat Duke who sniffed out that halfback screen.
Yeah, and Stalin Lightfoot absolutely just bombed that through the uprights.
As Logan Wetzel says in chat, they are still in it.
Said you would like to think that you are being only down a little bit just under the 2-possession threshold. Unfortunately, 4:04 left on the clock. You can't afford any more turnovers if you're Clemson.
Hands it off to Logan Wetzel. Logan Wetzel breaks off a tackle. Or Robert Wetzel, my apologies. I've been having his name right all night. I don't know why it's Logan. But 17 of 34, 2 yards average for him tonight.
No, I think you reading Logan in chat had you a little mixed up there, Andrew.
Yeah, I formation here for Clemson. Fakes the handoff to Wetzel, throws it. And that's going to be a loss of 1. Dason Bando with his first reception.
Listen, I've wanted Dason Bando to get involved all night. Unfortunately, that is not the way I was wanting to see Bando get involved.
3.5 left, 3.5 minutes left. 3rd and 2 coming up here for Clemson. Two tight end set. Fumble.
Oh,
Miami recovers.
No. Oh, that's just devastating for this Clemson offense. I don't know. Maybe they take a look at it. Looks like that was in throwing motion.
I think his arm was going forward.
No,
we're not going to look at it. That is going to count as the 3rd turnover for Clemson. Miami lines up in the I formation. I expect to see a healthy dose of Bo Yost.
Oh, and while we're getting a healthy dose of Bo Yost, we have a 1-yard touchdown pass to Bill Buddy for Colorado to again score. The lead is now 62-27, 2:48 over on Twitch.
Yeah, 2 to the top, tight formation. Going to hand it off again to Bo Yost. Bo Yost bounces it out, still fighting for positive yards. Gets a gain of 5. 26 of 155 and a touchdown tonight for Bo Yost.
No, Logan, unfortunately, I think they were counting that as a fumble there. There was a lot going on in that pile to really see what happened.
3 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Bo Yost in the backfield. I expect to see Yost here. That tight end goes back to the top of the screen. Gonna let the clock run. That tight end back down to the bottom. How many times are you gonna see that tight end move in motion? Time has just fell under 2 minutes to go left in this one as Zay Witherspoon with a 14-yard reception. Clemson uses their first timeout.
So Clemson's trying to do everything. Unfortunately, I've got a feeling this might be too little, too late.
And Bo Yost right up the middle works his way through to the end zone, doing his best Derrick Henry impression, as that's his 2nd on the ground tonight.
No, it looks to me like Bo Yost just put the nail in the coffin. And while Miami's pending to take a 37-17 lead, you absolutely still have to admire the fight and tenacity that Clemson came out in this game. They've had a tough stretch this year, starting off playing nothing but ranked opponents. But if you're Wetzel, you've got to like what you're seeing on that defense. Unfortunately, you just got to figure out some retooling on that offense just to put everything together.
And with a minute 52, we get to see Clemson's offense probably for the last time tonight. So we'll have to see if they can get some momentum going into next week's game. Empty set for Tavon Moss. Moss is going to be under center on 1st and 10. Drops back. Five-step drop. Throws it. Pass caught. Complete. Paul Gavin, 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4.
Unfortunately, Gavin had to come back. Gavin had to come back to that, which mitigated a lot of the
Empty set again. 5-step drop for Moss. Moss throws. Pass caught again. Looks like Paul Gavin. Yep, it's going to be Gavin again. And yet, Clemson's still in the hurry up. Another empty set. Another 5-step drop for Moss. Moss hits his receiver. That's Jenkins. And Jenkins is going to get 30. 6-146 for Jenkins tonight.
Right now, it looks like Moss is leading this down there for pride.
5-step drop for Moss again. Throws it out of bounds. Stops the clock. Lets Clemson catch a breath.
Ooh, it allows us to catch our breath in the booth. It's hard to get a word in edgewise up here.
Yeah. Empty set for Tavon Moss. Tavon Moss is going to be under center. 5-step drop. Tavon Moss throws. Starts to scramble. Can't get away. As he's sacked for a loss of 7. That's Stephen James with his first sack of the night. Doing a little bit of taunting there, it looks like.
The refs are letting them talk a little bit. Surprised there wasn't a flag here, but hey, what do we know? We're not the ones down there on the field. They're letting them play.
With just over a minute left in the game, 3rd and 17 up here for Clemson. I'd expect them to take a shot. Moss throws, pass nearly intercepted, but knocked away by Brad Davis. 4th and 17.
Brad Davis has had a good game tonight. 7 tackles, 1 deflection. Can't really ask for much more than that, maybe except bring that one in.
2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Wetzel leaving the backfield. Moss fires a shot, and it's intercepted. That's going to do it for this one. And a decent return by Miami. That's the 4th turnover for Clemson tonight. Alex Stone, his 2nd interception of the night.
No, there's no question in my mind that Stone is the defensive MVP here. And unfortunately, I don't want to have to do it. Logan, I love you with all love, my brother. You got to take the L out of Lover. This game's over. Look to see Bo just go ahead and run this one out.
Yeah, like I said, we're probably going to see a healthy dose. Negative 3 yards for Bo Yost on 1st down. Going to be 2nd 13. Rocky Fink has been everywhere for this Clemson defense tonight. 5 tackles for loss.
I said you really got to love the energy that the front of Clemson's D is bringing in the trenches.
All right, as we get to watch the final few seconds tick off the clock here with one more run by Bo Yost, and he's along the sideline. He needs another 27, and he's at 29 of 187 and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, just falling just under the 200-yard rushing. But you got to think about with having catches as well, definitely well over the 200 all-purpose yards for the night.
And that's going to do it here. The final score, Miami wins this one 37-17. Dominic, go ahead and close this one out.
Said, I know you don't want to be 0-4, but honestly, they've had great competition. They were a little start for the season. I really like the direction that Clemson is going. They're just going to have to get a couple of X's and O's settled in there. But absolute beautiful execution on offense by Lisa Pink and company. Just put the ball where it needed to be, executed on both sides of the ball.
And thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, associate producer, Austin Crow, and my broadcast partner for me tonight, Dominic Barfield, for tonight. I am Andrew Anderson for tonight's action. On behalf of our broadcast crew, you've been watching the CFSL and PX1 Sports on YouTube. This was it for the week, but come back Monday night at 6 p.m. CST on Twitch for the Inside Blitz podcast, where we'll see who moves up and moves down in the rankings. Have a good night, everyone.